My next guest, who's warned about societal impacts from economic downturn that she thinks is inevitable, want to bring in Walser Wealth Management President Rebecca Walser. You know, when you hear this, Rebecca, you got to be thinking, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I've been warning. I'm telling you, it's getting bad. And I think, you know, this whole thing that happened earlier the week with BOJ and the so-called carry trade, and we've talked about this, the complications of these financial markets and debt, it's just one gimmick after another, and it's building up to something that seems inevitably it's going to fall apart.
Yeah, it's the machinations of arbitrage. I mean, people say carry trade, but they really mean it's arbitrage, and it's very difficult to have Japan strengthen its yen without problems with that. So they basically combat that with raising their rates, and it obviously caused a lot of liquidity issues and unwinding, and that's what we saw the beginning of.
Right. So arbitrage, you borrow something for almost nothing, and you buy something else of value, and it goes on and on forever and ever. And you wonder, but okay, is a $20 trillion there? Then we've got how many trillion in debt here? How many trillion debts around the world? And the interest rates move a little bit, markets go haywire. It just feels like we're getting to this point where everyone's talked about it's going off a cliff, but it feels like at some point we will.
Yeah, no, Charles, I don't disagree with President Trump. He's making the point on the economic front, but there's other points, too. You know, we have the World Health Organization seeing if they need to declare right now monkeypox as a next global pandemic. They're meeting as we speak. So there's a lot of things that are actually potentially, besides an escalation to World War III on multiple theaters of the world, there's a lot of things that are going on, and economics is just the foundational one of them.
Let's talk about then economics here at home, because, you know, guest after guest, all the experts, all the economists always tell me how strong America is. And, you know, corporate America this earnings season said, no, today we have Dutch Brothers. Hot IPO. Here at the bottom, you can see the stock is absolutely hammered. Big Lots, which was a hot stock, it should do well in this environment.
It should.
Yeah, it's down 30%. It's almost at zero. They're closing like 300 stores. A month ago, they said it would be 30. How are you seeing this economy?
I love Big Lots for holiday shopping. The economy is absolutely, the fundamentals are not there, and everything has been priced for perfection. So when the Fed gets it slow or wrong, and I don't actually think the Fed got it wrong. I think that you don't cut preemptively, you cut when the data shows that you need to cut. So I don't think that they're wrong, and I think that, you know, all the things that we just talked about with the Japanese yen carry trade, when they cut, it's going to make it that worse, because that's going to weaken the dollar against the yen, and that's not what we need.
Right.
So there's not solutions that are just straightforward as cutting rates and being done with it. So that's where we are.
All right, and where we are also this election in November, we have the Minnesota's governor, Tim Walz. By the way, Newsweek said he was a disaster for Minnesotans. And, of course, that was an opinion piece. But there is also the fact that under his watch as governor, people fled the state. In fact, all the larger economic groups, I mean, they left the state big time. Look at this. Everyone starting at 250,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. It's everyone left except for folks making less than $25,000. Extrapolate that to our economy, a man who has no investments, nothing. He has no investments. What do you think how he would govern? He wouldn't be pro-capitalism.
Something into his mind. He has a quote that says socialism is another person's neighborliness, you know. So this man is not a capitalist, clearly. He doesn't have any investments to speak of. He wouldn't understand an investor, someone who cares about what the economy is doing to retire in a couple of years, making a plan. But really, he's an extremist, Charles. This is an extreme position person. I can't believe that Kamala didn't moderate it and go for someone like Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania, because he is an extremist, and he's up there with Bernie and Elizabeth Warren and Kamala. So I guess it's a curtain. There's no balance there. This is an extreme ticket.
And him and Bernie love communist China. They both spent a lot of time there.
Honeymooning in China.
Scares me.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I guess so. Thanks a lot, Rebecca.
Thank you.